Hey, Hot Zoners, how you doing? I'm Jason Robinson reporting for THZ. And in the Hot Zone this week, we've got Grammy-nominated musician Miss Sheila E. We are right here at Havana Central in Midtown Manhattan. We're going to speak to Sheila about her new book called To the Beat of My Own Drum and her new CD called Icon. Let's go on inside and speak to this musical icon. It's amazing that you are actually celebrating 40 years in the music business. Like, how does that make you feel?
Old.
Well, you don't look old, so that's good.
No, wow, what a blessing to be able to still come out and play music and still be able to learn, every day something from someone in the music business or life. It's just amazing. Every day I count it as, wow, this is a brand new day, a new opportunity, and opportunities are still coming, so it's great.
She has a brand new album that's out, a new album. It's called Icon. It's amazing. I listened to a couple of the tracks. Why don't you tell the fans out there a little bit about your new album, Icon?
Yeah, Icon came out recently, and I went back to Oakland, my hometown, and recorded the record there at a studio, which we had an awesome time. And like we used to do back in the day, old school, I set up the band so I could see from the drum booth everyone so that we could all see each other and play. So we cut all the tracks in 3 days for the record.
Wow.
Then I took, well, when you have great musicians, you know, and they had never heard the songs before either, so it was really nice to be able to just sit there and play and have a great time. We just gelled together, so it was awesome. And then I brought the music back to my studio, and then I started doing the overdubs on some things. I also have some special guests, MC Light, Prince, Lettucey, my family, my dad, even my mom sang on one of the songs.
Family affair.
Yeah, so it was cool. We had a great time.
Hot Zoners, check this out. The book right here, all right? It's by Sheila E. It's called The Beat of My Own Drum.
I started writing it in my early 30s, and I realized that it was going to be a little more challenging than I expected, so not until like 2 years ago did I start writing it again. So I got together with my sister-in-law, who said, I'll help you. She writes as well, Sarah, and she said, I'll help you put it together and write it. So we spent about a year trying to get it together. What would I talk about? And at first I didn't think I would have much to talk about. And Simon & Schuster gave me the, really? Yeah.
All that you've been through.
Well, I didn't think about it.
Right.
But when you start writing it down, it's like, wow. So Simon & Schuster gave me the opportunity to do the book, and I was like, I would love to do this book. So then we got Wendy Holden to put this together in book form so that it would make sense. And it's been a great experience.
Now, you disclosed in the book that you was abused as a child. How was, or how did writing this book kind of make it better for you to deal with that? And was it therapeutic for you?
Once I started this 2 years ago, I've been talking about it so long that the beginning part of it in my 30s, absolutely healing. And the biggest thing is really sharing with people. You've got to forgive in order to move forward with your life. And a lot of people who have been abused, I mean, it's not that like I was constantly abused. It was one incident that I was raped. Rape is not abuse, rape is rape. So to be raped at 5 years old is devastating. You go through that, and then being abused by off and on a couple of cousins. But that whole situation changed my life, because then your childhood, in a sense, gets taken away. My parents are amazing. It had nothing to do with them. They're the best. It's just something that happened. Growing up, you would never know that anything was wrong. You end up hiding these things and not wanting to talk about it. And when you're the victim, you're being told not to say anything, you know? So you don't tell anybody. But this is where the communication breakdown happens, and where people who are in an abusive relationship, anything, or have been abused or raped or whatever, that's that part that they hold on to for so long, and then they're not able to live their lives, their purpose, And if we don't forgive and move on and grow, you're never going to achieve or live your life the way that you should.
I was watching a video last night, matter of fact, it was Lovely Day. And the video was really really nice and really refreshing. It was almost like you kind of let all your problems kind of just go by, and just, it's like it was a whole refreshing vibe to the video. It was so fun. So tell us a little bit about the song Lovely Day.
Yeah, Lovely Day, basically, it kind of interacts with the book. I wrote this album outside of writing this book because I figured that, wow, there's some songs that I wrote that should be in the book, and then when I was writing the book, wow, this should be a song. You know, every time I told a story, I was like, oh, wow, this is a song. And to think about Lovely Day, if in my career, if I had not forgiven or wanted to change who I was as a person, because at times I did not like who I was. If I stayed in a place of not growing and not changing, I would be in a place stagnated, as it says in the first verse. And it's like, I don't want to stay to be that person. You're not living your purpose if you don't allow yourself to grow and change and learn. So if I continue to be a student of life, then things will change and I'll be able to do great and wonderful things. So that's part of Lovely Day. Man, this is a lovely day. Today's a great day. You know, and I love change. I love things happening and being spontaneous and figuring out, you know, what's next, you know, so it's part of it.
You also disclosed in the book that you were engaged to Prince back in the days as well. How was that time frame in your life when you were engaged to Prince?
It was all right.
That's why she didn't marry me, because she was engaged to Prince. It's okay.
You were probably 2 years old during the Purple Rain tour. It happened, and we were together, and we had a great time.
How is the relationship with Prince now? Do you guys still talk any now, or how's the relationship between you two?
I haven't seen him in years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. One of my favorite songs from Sheila E. is A Glamorous Life. I mean, Sheila was jamming on the drum, she was dancing, she was beautiful, she was sexy, she was talented, she was like the ultimate. I love that song. How important was Glamorous Life to you? Because that was a huge song back in the days.
See, here's the thing. You said Sheila was beautiful, and
she is beautiful. No. She didn't marry me, so no. I was just watching the video back in the day. Very beautiful. Still today, even more so, actually. I
love the song. It's fun to play.
Yeah.
No, it was really important to my life as far as my career, because prior to that I was very successful as a studio musician, and then also playing with a lot of great artists like Marvin Gaye and Lionel Richie, and there's so many bands, Herbie Hancock, and so right before Glamorous Life came out, I was known as Sheila Escovedo. Once I signed my deal, I wanted to change my name so that people would remember. A lot of people would not remember Escovedo, and they'd call me different names. I was like, no, that's not it. So I changed it to Sheila E, and it stuck. And you kind of try to come up with a gimmick or to figure out, you know, what's catchy, what's going to work.
Right.
And so Glamorous Life was something very percussive. No one had ever really heard about a young woman playing timbales. A lot of times people didn't even know, and still don't know, what timbales are.
Right.
So when I said I want to, you know, front my band, sing, play timbales, and they're like, the record company's like, what is that?
Okay.
And I said, well, I've got great music, and we put out the record. It was very percussive, but at the same time, it has a simple melody that was catchy, you know, and it's a very successful song.
Thanks to the multi-talented Sheila E. for joining me in the Hot Zone this week right here at Havana Central in Midtown Manhattan. Make sure you go and pick up the copy of her new book, The Beat of My Own Drum. It's a definite must-have, and also her new CD titled Icon. I'm Jason Robinson reporting for T8Z.
I'm Sheila E., and I'm in the Hot Zone.
It's gonna be a